Now this could be the exact wrong way to do this stuff. I really don't know. I'm some dumbass kid that bought this bike because it looks cool. So, yeah, take this video as not really a how-to, unless it works. If I get to ride this thing tonight and tomorrow, then yeah, sure, use it as a how-to. Maybe I'm the best Triumph mechanic that ever lived, but fucking doubt it. Alright, so we got a 1969 Triumph Trophy custom chopper here. I bought it a few weeks ago from a guy who told me probably shouldn't ride it home, and on the way home I figured out why. He wasn't sure what would break, but what happened is the rear brake quit working and the clutch quit releasing. So I'm going to be tearing it apart, starting with the rear brake, figuring out what's going on there, and then we will figure out what is going wrong here in the primary with the clutch. So yeah. Alright, I had to go help my dad with some shit, but yeah, basically what's going on while I lost brakes on my way home with this bike is this is your drum brake setup here. So you got the drum is on the wheel, which is over yonder, and this is your actual brakes. This is the rod that gets actuated when you hit the brake pedal, and what it does is that cam there pushes the shoes apart. Works really good for the period. They're not good. They're not, but works okay. It will stop the bike, unless this stuff that's supposed to be actually pushing out against the drum just detaches from the base of the shoe. So yeah, I've got new shoes ordered from Lowbrow Customs. Great website. They ship their stuff out really fast, and so far they've had everything I have needed or wanted for this Triumph. Absolutely everything. They do have some really cool exhaust I want to do eventually, but I want to get this thing where I can ride it first, see exactly what I want to do to it before I start just dumping money into it like I do everything. But now I'm going to pull apart the primary, or pull the primary cover off, so I can get in there and make sure there's nothing obvious wrong with the clutch. When I ordered new brake shoes, I went ahead and got new clutch discs, so all the fiber discs and steel discs, and new clutch springs to go ahead and put on it. When I got home with the bike, I went ahead and ordered a clutch cable, just to go ahead and do that in case. I don't know how old the clutch cable is, and the dude that sold me the bike doesn't know how old the clutch cable is, so it could be stretched out or just getting bound up in the sleeving there. So go ahead and put a new one on it so I know it's good. And I've got a new throttle cable too, so I'll be going through how to do that while I'm learning how to do that. But let's go ahead. Alright, so the next week I just got back from work and I got my parts in from Lowbrow. I don't think I'm going to mess with the clutch. Should show in the video. I did try and switch out the clutch cable, but the clutch cable I ordered was the wrong one. So I don't know if this is actually a pre-unit motor or if it's a unit motor, and there's just two different clutch cables for them. Not sure, but I do have brake pads. I did order shoes and or not shoes, fiber plates and steel plates for the clutch. I don't think I'm gonna put them on unless I have to. I'm gonna get these brakes put back together and put on the bike and see if that fixes my issue first. So yeah, I'm gonna turn something on for me to listen to while I work, and time lapse working on the brakes, putting them back in the rim, and see how far we get. Roku TVs are the absolute worst. See how tight these springs are. Ooh, that is a tight spring. They probably make a fancy tool for doing these springs, but I don't have it. So let's struggle till we figure out how to do this. Oh, that works. That's way easier than what I was trying to do. You can just do that. There we go. I'm going to reuse these springs because they're springy. It should be okay. It's goofy looking, but it looks like that. It looks like these parts, which this one is bent clear to fuck, but it looks like these are actually built into these new shoes, so I'm not going to mess with putting those on. Because it doesn't look like those are any good, so. Okay, let's see how. I guess we ain't gonna time lapse this because my TV's being a pain in the ass. Not wanting to cooperate with me. Okay, is that half? Okay, yeah, those brakes go together super easy. Easiest drum brakes I've done on anything. I do have a brake lever that I like the look of a little better. So while I've got this, actually, yeah, while I've got this off, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on the wheel. In the wheel. Talking's not my strong suit. I'm gonna put it on the wheel, and then maybe even put the wheel on the bike. And then we'll swap that brake lever, and actually have a brake stay too. So, move this shit. Alright, so that doesn't go in there at all. Not even a little bit. What the fuck fell off? Oh. It's way off center. That should be centered. Okay, so I just have them off center on this. Okay, that's not an issue. There we go. Now we're in. And okay. And just any pressure on it stops it. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but I cannot push it by the lever. I can pull it by the lever. Cannot push it. That might be good, might be bad, might not matter. I don't know. We will find that out later on down the road. I'm sure you're probably supposed to grease some stuff while you're in there, but I don't know, so we'll figure that out when I fuck something up. Does this go? Yeah, that goes. So that little foil piece goes over there to protect the bearing. Then I believe it was this nut went on there. Threading this long-winded bastard on here. I don't know if this axle's supposed to be centered or what, but it's not really. Hopefully that doesn't matter. It's that one right there. So what's happening is there's a little piece on these that is supposed to catch the end of the coil spring that they're adjusting the tension on, and it's doing a really good job. So I just need it to fuck off for a second so I can adjust it. I'm hoping just by just whacking it a little bit I can get it to fucking adjust, but I can't. You know what, since I've got this one turning now, that is the only reason I didn't go ahead and replace all the clutch plates. Or I wasn't going to. Because I was hoping I could get the clutch to work right without taking these out. But this one's turning now. And I obviously couldn't get the clutch to act right. So let's go ahead and replace the clutch plates, or at least pull them out and inspect them. Ow. The fuck was that? Oh, if I take some of that tension off the pressure plate, that might help actually. So fighting all that pressure. You know, I do a lot of stuff that's just super counterproductive, like putting down a tool I need to use right now. Now this could be the exact wrong way to do this stuff. I really don't know. I'm some dumbass kid that bought this bike because it looks cool. So, yeah, take this video as not really a how-to, unless it works. If I get to ride this thing tonight and tomorrow, then yeah, sure, use it as a how-to. Maybe I'm the best Triumph mechanic that ever lived, but fucking doubt it. But yeah, this is more like motherfucker. Not so much educational content as laugh at the moron work on the motorcycle content. What I'm thinking happened with the clutch here is, I don't know if I've already said this, but I think some of the friction discs seized up to the steels, or fiber discs, whatever they're called on this, is you have two different kinds of clutch discs, and same on basically any clutch really. It's just motorcycle clutches you have multiple. Most car clutches you only have one. But you have your fiber disc or your friction disc. It's made out of like a fiber material, obviously, or some of them are like carbon Kevlar, and you get all kinds of fancy stuff. But you have those, which are like a gritty, like almost sandpapery kind of, just really fine grit, and then you have a steel, and the pressure plate pushes those together, and then when you push on the clutch pedal or pull a clutch lever, you release that spring pressure that's pushing that pressure plate in, and allow them to move freely. And then once you release your clutch handle or let off the clutch pedal on a car, truck, whatever, you let that spring pressure push the pressure plate back into the discs and lock everything together so there's no slipping. That's how it's supposed to work. But shit gets fucked up. Hopefully this shit ain't fucked up. That's a little low, so let's go ahead and adjust that while we got the bike up in her teeth. I don't want to have to push all the way down there. I'd rather have a little bit of brake drag at first than just have an obnoxious amount of throw. I'm going to try not to cut a bunch of this out, at least when I'm like actually figuring something out or trying something, just so you guys can see what I'm trying to do to troubleshoot this. And like if I try something and it's just completely wrong, I don't want to take that out, because sometimes you try shit and it's just completely wrong, and that's okay. You don't have to be right all the time. No one's right all the time. How am I gonna get that out? I'm to the point now where maybe I can get something behind there. Oh, those springs are tight. Oh, those springs are real tight. Well, I guess if I fuck up a spring, I have new ones. Don't do this. Bad idea. Just forewarning. Horrible idea. Remember I said don't do it? What if I do the thing and hold the screwdriver while I turn the thing? This is still a bad idea, don't do it. Okay, I did not realize the camera died, but I can actually show you guys the issue. walk over here. These are the clutch discs, plates, whatever you want to call them. Supposed to be all free like that. This is most of them. They're out of order because they didn't exactly come out right. This was the problem. They basically just completely seized up, welded themselves together, whatever you want to call it. And that's why my clutch wasn't releasing, which is why I had to ride this bike home with no brakes and no clutch and no safety of any kind. So I think I've got it fixed now. I started it up, put it in gear with the clutch in, and everything was good. The bike didn't immediately stall out like it was. So now I'm going to just take it on a quick little test run down the road and back to make sure everything's good. Then I will be riding over to Jib's house, another guy on the channel, where they are actually working on a Kawasaki Vulcan that one of our other buddies just bought yesterday, day before, I don't know, not very long ago. So yeah, right back. Alright, so yeah, gotta say, after the last ride on this bike, I'm a little nervous, but see how she goes. Cool. Let's give it a little more on the clutch. There we go. Good brake. Clutch is working. Not even dragging. That's that sound. I forgot to put a bolt in the shifter, and I forgot to put a bolt in the exhaust, but other than that, everything's good. So let's get those things done real quick and head over to Jib's.
Hello and welcome. That's a good way to start. All right. Pharryn, tell them what we got going on here.
Back to working on this piece of shit. Clutch works great. Brakes work great for drum brakes. Made it about a mile down the road and it died on me though. So I got the kill switch taken off here. I'm going to test it for continuity. See what's going on here. So, okay, there's no continuity there. If this thing fucking died on me just because the switch went bad, he's so fucking pissed. Oh, nope. That ain't it. Okay, so kick this thing over, Sweeney.
Called in the big guns. Ready?
Yeah.
What the hell? Take your pocketbook off, bro.
Fuck up. There's my issue.
Found it.
That's supposed to turn.
Can you do it again or?
Nope.
Okay.
Carbureted motors, you have two kinds of ignition. Basically, you have a distributor or you have a magneto. Do the same thing and they control your timing. The slots that these bolts are in on the sides, you turn that to advance or retard the timing. I don't know what the timing's supposed to be on this. I don't know how to check the timing on this, so I'm gonna make me align with Sharpie before I pull it off.
Hey there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay.
Find any loose wires?
Nope, everything's good. I had Eric kick it over for me after I pulled the cover off the mag, and nothing in here is moving. The little cam that kicks the points apart
Yeah.
does not move.
Okay. So you need it. It's just bad. You need to take it back.
Wait, Eric, you didn't pull the clutch in when you kicked it, did you?
No.
Okay.
Just twist the shaft.
I'm pulling it off right now to see if I can see.
First race, he won. Second race, I won.
Uh-oh. Turn the shaft on the back of the mag, and it turns that cam. It's in the motor.
Oh no. Did the guy guarantee it?
No. He's told me he'll help me fix shit that's gone wrong with it already, though, so I'm gonna get a hold of him.
What size is it? It's not
You're breaking up real bad. I don't know if you're out in your shop or...
No.
It's a 650 if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Itch?
Yeah, now I can.
Alright, it's a
Stepping outside.
yeah. It's a 650. It's from the motor's a 65 Tiger, I think.
Yeah, That's what I asked was at that Tiger motor. Because they're kind of famous for that. And then, I mean, there's that old couple at Trowbridge who got fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of Triumph parts, but I don't know if they're still open or not.
Yeah.
I mean, usually you just go knock on the door and she tells you to go out to the shop and just find what you need. Charges you $2. But
Well, I might need to know where that's at.
nothing's turning it in. If you just put that in, hopefully you just left a fucking keeper pin or something out of it. I don't know.
I'm pulling it apart right now to see. Oh, well,
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
doesn't.
say you have to open it up to see.
Yeah.
Okay, when you guys open it up, just let me know what happens.
Alright, will do.
Because I'll be in Findlay tomorrow for the car show. So.
Yeah, I figured that we were planning on coming there and seeing you.
Well, that way, if you need me, you can just come pick me up, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Alright. Thank you,
Let
Itchy.
me know. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I took a peek inside your pipe.
Let me look at my pipe. Aren't fucking old school choppers fun? I just got off the phone with Toby, the guy that sold me this bike. He actually has a YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description of this video. We went through talking about it. This little shaft here goes on the end of here, and that is what drives the magneto. When this gear turns, it turns this. So this is actually the exhaust cam. Here's the intake cam, or that's an idler gear. This is the intake cam, and that is actually the oil pump driven off of the intake cam. This has a bolt in it that is supposed to have Loctite on it. The shop that built this bike, or rebuilt this motor, did not Loctite that at all. There's little lugs on here that are supposed to lock this into the camshaft, so this stays clocked right with the cam, so your magneto actually turns with the motor. There's matching ones on the cam. When that bolt came out, it just roached those. So I'm going to put Loctite on that bolt, put it back in, get it good and tight, and put it back together and see if it'll work for now. Because I'm sure eventually, if this thing doesn't already have the 750 kit, which we're going to check and see if it does, it's going to get one, and bigger cams, and I'm bad with money.
I'm gonna shut this off.
Got the shit back together in there, got everything back on the bike. We didn't get that. Should have. That was some impressive mechanicing, if I do say so myself. But
I know that feeling right there. Work. Woo! He did that. Hey, Mike, that.
need a beer.
Throw me one.
This video brought to you by Coors Banquet. The banquet of your Coors.
Them yellow jackets.
right.